Hey, let's make a quick, simple, easy, delicious chicken breast, which is here in the microwave thawing. We got 1 second. Bing. Okay, it's not thawed. We've got it on a plate. It's beginning to soften. We don't want to reuse that plate. I assume you know how to use a microwave. You open the door, you put the food in. You press the little buttons. And then you press start. And then you wait for the magic microwave to do its awesome job. Microwave was invented by a guy experimenting with radar. He had a candy bar in his pocket, and it melted while he was playing with the radar. And then he thought, oh, this would be an awesome oven. It's not an awesome oven. It doesn't make things crispy. It doesn't cook things evenly. That's why the thing has to rotate around. It will never replace the oven, but it has its function in the kitchen for reheating things, thawing things, getting things ready to go in a frying pan or go into an oven. Let's look at our favorite little frying pan. We'll turn on the burner. Clickety-click. Oops, wrong burner. There we go. Okay, now, you hear the clicking. That's the piezoelectric igniter, and now we're turning it past that. But we want a nice hot pan. I'm going to let it heat up. We're going to throw in a little bit of oil. I just got regular canola oil. That'll be fine. Let's see how we're doing. We're doing well. You can see part of this chicken breast has started to cook. I got to rig the camera so that I can show you how I'm going to process this. So, I have my bag of sugar, which is my wheat. It's a little noisy, sorry. Now you can see the pan, hopefully. I have a bag here with some breadcrumbs in it. You don't take a loaf of bread and make breadcrumbs, you just buy the breadcrumbs. They come in a canister like oats. Okay, now what we're doing is we're moving this thawed chicken breast into this Ziploc bag with the breadcrumbs that came out of the canister that looked like oats. And we're rolling it around. These are seasoned breadcrumbs. It's probably what you should get if you like seasoning. If you like something bland, you don't even have to put breadcrumbs on your chicken breast. We'll let that set a minute while we throw in the oil into the hot pan. Now what you need to do, you just want to get a little bit of oil, enough to start that thing frying. So it's like bubbling around the chicken breast. This does not become your serving plate. It's contaminated with salmonella. We're taking this over and we're sticking it in the sink and we're rinsing it off, and we're either going to wash it or we're going to wash it after dinner and put it in the dishwasher. I'm washing and drying my hands because I handled raw chicken. And you don't want to do that if you're also going to be handling the finished product. Because that could get these germs called salmonella into your system, and it is not pretty. Okay, I assume that this oil is hot. Hold my hand over it for a second. Dip this in a little bit, and if I get the sizzle I like, I'm going to carefully put it in there. Oh, it's beautiful. One of the things you have to be careful of when cooking with flame, hot oil, is that you don't slop it over the pan and somehow get that oil to start burning. When it's hot, it's more flammable than when it's not. We're just gonna, this is good. I don't even feel like I need to adjust this heat. It's a fairly thick chicken breast. Look, I don't feel like I need to adjust this heat, but I am a cook. Therefore, I need to play with the heat just a little bit, just to make it mine. That's what I want you to do. You know what else you should do? You should get in the kitchen and try these things. If you burn something, if the chicken breast comes out not how you like it, you try again. And then you've learned, and you get better at it, and better and better. But all you need to do right now is come up with a way to feed yourself a chicken breast for dinner when you're not dependent on anyone else to do it for you. And you'll develop a love of cooking, because to you then it will mean independence. Oh, baby. As a piece of meat, chicken, fish, cooks, it gets harder. It goes from soft to hard. The way to determine, not for chicken, but for meat. I'm just chatting here because we need to cook this thing about 3-4 minutes longer. I can edit the video if this isn't pertinent information, but this is how a professional cook can determine what is rare. It feels like that. This piece of meat, when it's rare, it feels like that. When it's medium, it feels like that. When it's medium well, it feels like that. And when it's well done, it feels like that. As you move this muscle tenses. The farther you move it, the tenser it gets. And so when you get to all the way here, there you go. It's well done. Where are we here? We've got a nice pink, raw vein of chicken running right through this. Probably more cooked here than here, because the thickness of the chicken, or any piece of meat, determines how fast it'll cook. If I was to slice this chicken breast in a whole bunch of slices, then bread them and individually cook them, it would cook a lot faster. But I wanted to show you the simplest way. Look, and as the heat reacts with the chicken and changes it from raw chicken into something edible and delicious, the juices start to come forward. They come up, they come out. That's also providing some of the sizzle on the bottom. I'm going to turn it over again, because what we've got is a real thick piece of chicken. See the juices leaking out? That's probably why I poked it with a fork to turn it. See what happened? You see the mess I'm making with all the spatter? You can cover this to keep down the spatter, or you can just wipe your stove off. Part of cooking is you're going to make a mess. You want to minimize that mess. When I was 16 and learning to cook at the Big Boy, they had us always cleaning up as we go along, which I love that policy. So say you're, what are you going to make? How about bacon and eggs? You got the pile of bacon, you throw it on the grill. Okay, that's cooking. You get your egg pan out. And you're getting ready, and you knock some eggs open and you throw them in there and they're sizzling, and you throw up your toast in the toaster and you get your plate ready. And everything's about to come together. And then you put the bacon away. You put the eggs away. You wrap up the bread again. Unless you're in the middle of a rush and you need to keep that flow going. But most of the time, you're putting it away. You're reaching down. You're grabbing the bacon. You're putting what you need out there and you're putting it right back. You're going for the eggs. You're going for the bread. You're putting them right back. As you do this, it makes everything easier to keep organized, to keep that momentum and that flow. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. Perhaps you don't like the crust that dark. I could turn this down, slow the cooking down, make sure that it's fully cooked inside. That's great, but I don't want to keep you waiting. You've got the gist of this. I will show you the finished product when it's done, but we're going to pretend that this is all done, all the way through. We're going to take it off. We're going to put it on an awesome plate. While this cooks just a little bit more, I want to show you what to do with chicken breasts. You can buy them, skinless, boneless, big old chicken breasts. Get them on sale. Open that package and freeze them. Freeze a couple at a time so they're not stuck to each other, so that you can pull them apart and just pull one out. That way you don't have to buy one chicken breast. I don't even know if you can. You get so much better deal on the cost if you go with the larger quantity and then put it in Ziploc bags and freeze it. You pull one out, you microwave it like I did, and then you bread it with another Ziploc bag. So what would you need for this project? You would need the breadcrumbs, the chicken breast, some oil, a frying pan, a fork, what I like to do when I'm frying something. But let's review. Clean plate. I'm not using the plate that I used to microwave and thaw that chicken breast. Paper towel, fold it in half. Grab out the delicious chicken breast, throw it on the plate. I'm going to turn off this burner. We can let this cool while we eat dinner, and then we can pour it down the sink, and then we can rinse it out with some soap and water. My friend, oh, it smells good. I wish we had smell-o-vision. Chicken breast. Here's what I like to do also. Once I get it drained, I like to just pick a sauce. Very simple. You can just go with ranch, blue cheese, Dijon mustard, barbecue, and then you just pour that sauce right there on the plate. In a big blob, you can heat some vegetables, open a can of green beans, microwave them for a minute or two, get them hot. Throw them on there as a side dish. It'd be delicious. And you did it all yourself without any help from anybody. You the man.